Hello guys and welcome back to yet another live stream, the final live stream we're doing on the channel this year, and we have got a Carabao Cup semi-final draw coming your way. Welcome one and all. I'm looking forward to this. We've got Chelsea, Man City, Newcastle or Fulham, our Arsenal or Palace as the number 4 ball number as well. We're just going to do a little build up and preview, but the draw will be coming at you in the next couple of minutes, guys. We're just waiting on the conclusion of Newcastle versus Fulham, which is heading towards penalties in the dying seconds of the 90. Of course, there's stoppage time to come there as well. But welcome along to everyone. Thank you for joining us. Last live stream on the channel, like I say, this year. So show us some support. Hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Get your comments down below. Who do you think is going to draw who in the Carabao Cup semi-final draw? And who do you think is actually going to go on to win this competition? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But yeah, get in the live chat, say hello, let us know who you support down below. Like I say, drop a like and all of that good stuff. Just to let you know, of course, if you weren't aware, Chelsea are through after beating Cardiff City last night in the Carabao Cup. Manchester City, of course, have prevailed tonight against Premier League Brentford. And Newcastle and Fulham are locked at 1-1, heading in to stoppage time. Visa gave Newcastle the lead, Lukic equalising not long later. And then later tonight, tonight we've got the draw. I think it's next week, it's Arsenal versus Palace. Now that game got rearranged because of Crystal Palace's European adventures, should we say. But hello to everyone. Get in the live chat. I'm going to come and read out your comments in 2 seconds. Everyone hit that like button though. It really does help the stream do well. Make sure you're getting comments in and we're going to come and read them out any second now. Feel free to share your thoughts on who you think is going to win out of Newcastle and Fulham. I think it's going to go to penalties, so don't go anywhere. We can do a live stream covering the penalty shootout between Newcastle and Fulham. We've got a penalty shootout and a Carabao Cup draw coming up. Right, hello to everyone. Burgie, hey, he's here. How are we, Burgie? I'm still watching Newcastle versus Fulham. It's 1-1. Yes, I know. The draw comes straight afterwards. And as I say, it could be going to penalties. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Hi, Matt. PUSB says Jono. Good to see you, Jono. I think Man City are going to get Chelsea, says Connor. Hello, says Ego Chip. Good to see you, Ego Chip. Darren says the Man City fans are a joke. Look at all those empty seats. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Right, there was 6 minutes of injury time added between Newcastle and Fulham there. We've played one of them. So, yeah, 5 minutes and counting down until we get a potential penalty shootout. But let's, in the meantime, guys, like I say, hit the like button. But we've got 150 people in here. Comment down below once with the team you support. Let's see how many different fans are in here. What did you make of Burgie on the radio, says Leon. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I thought he embarrassed... do you know what? He didn't just embarrass himself. He embarrassed the city. Man City to win the Carabao Cup, says Ray. Oh, we've had a goal! We've had a late goal at Newcastle! Wow, okay, we're not going to get penalties. How about this for a start to the stream? The game that is just concluding before this Carabao Cup semi-final draw is in injury time, and it's Newcastle 2... Newcastle 2... Newcastle 2! Fulham 1, as I choke on the word 2 there for some reason. Newcastle 2, Fulham 1. Lewis Miley might just have stolen it in the 92nd minute. Can you believe that? It looks like Newcastle are going through. And remember, guys, Newcastle United are looking to retain the title, of course. They won the Carabao Cup last season, didn't they? They won in the final against Liverpool. Liverpool are no longer in the competition this year. But let's see what you guys have to say on that. And let's see how many different fans we've got in the live chat. There's loads of you. Man City, Hull, Newcastle, Norwich, Man City, Liverpool fan, Leeds fan. Good to see you all. Like I say, this is the last live stream on the channel this year. So let's go out with a bang. It's great to have you all in here, and we'll be back with more live streams in 2026. We've still got videos coming on the channel, by the way, for the rest of this year. But yeah, if you want to have a comment read out and interact with me, now's your chance. There's now less than 3 minutes of injury time left between Newcastle and Fulham. We might get a bit of time added on top because of that late goal there for Newcastle, scored by Lewis Miley. But it is Newcastle who are heading into the Carabao Cup semi-finals as things stand. And Fulham's search for a first ever major trophy is going to go on. And it's an interesting mix we've got as things stand. Chelsea, Man City, the giants of English football, of course, that have dominated over recent years there. They're here, of course. Palace, the FA Cup winners from last season, they're still in it. They have to take on Arsenal next week. And Newcastle, the defenders of the Carabao Cup, they're still in it. Look how many different fans we've got. Ipswich, Everton, Southend, Man United, Cardiff, Boscombe. I've not heard of them. Is that near Bournemouth, Ricky? I can see you're a Bournemouth fan. Chelsea, Man City. Why did Miley decide to wear 67, says Potato Brer. Are you watching on ITV? No, I've got Sky Sports up. And we're getting close to full time at Newcastle. Less than 2 minutes of injury time to go. Shame Cardiff couldn't get through yesterday. I thought they gave a good account of themselves. A good comment that. I thought it's always nice to see an EFL team get quite far in these cups, but a two-leg semi-final against Man City might not have been the nicest thing for Cardiff City. So, I don't know. Can they go back to prioritising on getting promoted this season? Yeah. I mean, at least they scored against Chelsea. It was good limbs for the Cardiff fans. DJ Pollard, what a legend. Thank you so much for this donation. It's massively appreciated. He says, just wondering, do you still think that Reading could make the playoffs this season if we have a great winter transfer window? Could we back Liam Richardson? Let's have a look at the table. I don't know. I mean, did Reading lose to Peterborough last time as well? I would have thought that playoffs is difficult. It's not impossible, but we're looking at a 10-point gap, mate. I think the priority, if you're a Reading fan, is pulling away from the bottom four. Let's be honest. You're what? Only above the relegation zone on goal difference. So that's, yeah, I think that's where the priority lies. It was a defeat to Bradford last time. Of course, it was the defeat to Peterborough the week before. So, yeah, look, I mean, of course, there could be a big January transfer window for Reading, but I'm a bit more concerned about where they are at the lower end of the table. Thank you for the donation. I still think Reading could pull up to mid-table. I think they've got the quality in their team. Hello, Matt. Early predictions. Who do you think is going to win the Carabao Cup, asks Oliver. I tell you what, I'll let you know my prediction in a minute. But in the meantime, what do you guys think? If you look at the teams that are left, everyone comment down below. Who do you think is going to win the Carabao Cup? Who is going to win the Carabao Cup? The draw, guys, is coming very, very soon. Stay tuned. Fasten your seatbelts. We're just waiting on the full-time whistle at Newcastle. They've gone past 6 added minutes, but to be fair, we did have a stoppage time goal. So it looks like we're not going to get penalties, and Newcastle are going to be the third team to confirm their place in the Carabao Cup semi-finals for this season. I asked you guys, who do you think is going to win the Carabao Cup? So let me know your thoughts in the comments. There's 250 of you in here, so there's no reason we shouldn't be able to hit 250 likes. Every single one of your likes really helps. So hit that like button, subscribe, drop a like, comment, and we asked, who do you think is going to win the Carabao Cup? Man City, Chelsea, Man City, Palace. It depends on the draw. Yeah, good comment. I suppose that's why we're here. Got to wait and see who gets who. And they're still going at Newcastle. 97 on the clock. Newcastle, Arsenal. Newcastle. Man City are going to win. There you go. Thank you once again to DJ Pollard for that donation. I just want to say, Reading fan there. He's a legend. He's donated before. It's massively appreciated. Not long to go now until the Carabao Cup draw comes at us. We're just waiting on that full time between Newcastle and Fulham. And we're, coming up to 98 minutes? It's still going? Blimey. It's still going. That full-time whistle will go soon, and those Geordie fans will erupt, and then they might pile in this live stream. And there you go, full time at Newcastle. Right, we can now get rid of Fulham. Sorry, Fulham. Their search for silverware goes on. But look at that. The lineup is nearly complete. Newcastle are the third team through. So, and remember, of course, Arsenal v Palace is next week. So, you know, we're not going to find out the winner of that before the draw, are we? So we've got everything we need for the Carabao Cup semi-final draw. Let's do this. In the meantime, get your comments in. I mean, fair play Newcastle. Let's say congratulations to the teams that have got through, by the way. Once again, Chelsea beating Cardiff City, Manchester City beating Brentford, Newcastle having just beaten Fulham in injury time. And then Arsenal play Palace next week, which you would expect Arsenal to win, but I don't know. Palace, I think they proved a lot of people wrong last season when they went to win the FA Cup. So, I don't know. What a 2 years that would be for Palace, by the way. Like, never won a major tournament in their history. And then they go and win the FA Cup. They're having a decent season in the Conference League, aren't they? They could win that technically as well. And then imagine if they won the Carabao Cup. Blimey heck. They're on a rampage, Crystal Palace. But they have to get past Arsenal soon. Oh, we're on 99 likes. Anyone that's not hit the like button yet, what are you doing? Shame on you. Hit that like button. Let's read out some comments. Let's see what you guys have to say. Burgie says, if you've watched enough streams, you would know that I like Palace out of all the Prem teams. Go on, lads. There you go. I think Palace have always been like an underdog to root for, but if they keep going the way they are, they're not going to be underdogs anymore. They'll be considered one of the top teams, wouldn't they? I suppose they are a top team. Look at where they are in the Premier League table. Newcastle will win this again, says Rarest Phil. They could. I don't know why I sighed, by the way. That might seem like I'm an anti-Newcastle. I'm not. I'm all for it, to be honest. I mean, nothing against Chelsea, Man City and Arsenal, but I think we, as neutrals, we want Newcastle and Palace to win these competitions as they did last year. It was a breath of fresh air, wasn't it? I mean, guys, if you saw the footage of those Palace fans at full time in the FA Cup final, like if you watch some of the vlogs and stuff and just videos from the Palace fans recording each other, they're in floods of tears. It's literally the greatest day of their life. And same for the Newcastle fans in the Carabao Cup final last year. For Man City fans, it's like, yeah, we've won another cup. You know, not trying to take anything away from them because they're just that good. It's a compliment, really. But look, let's see who gets who. The semi-final draw is coming very soon. We've got 515 people in here. Do drop a like. We were on 99 likes last time I checked. So, yeah, let's try and push over 100. And get your comments in. Let's see what you guys have to say. Right, good. Maybe we can address this while I'm on a live stream, actually. Max says, hope Sophie gets better soon, Matt. So, yeah, if you watched the Premier League or Championship predictions this week, then, yeah, Sophie's not been around. As you guys should know, she's pregnant and she's getting a bit closer to the due date and she's just being very cautious. The baby could come very soon and, you know, health and family comes first, of course. She might be able to be back on predictions next week, but she won't be much longer because, as I say, she'll be giving birth soon. And yeah, thank you so much for all the well wishes to Sophie. She is, I'm sure she looks at them on her phone and she really appreciates it. So yeah, keep it coming, guys. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Kausha is an Arsenal fan from India. Oh, thank you for joining us. Struggers says, hi Matt, hope you're well. Would you like to meet up at the stadium on Saturday? Yes, Struggers, I know you're a Southampton fan, you're a legend. Do message me on Instagram if you want to meet up before the game and I'll say hello. It'd be nice to meet you. Right, so once again, guys, we've got the Carabao Cup semi-final draw coming up tonight. I, for one, cannot wait. I just love cup draws. It's just this fun, isn't it? Who's going to play who? Chelsea, reminding you, they got past Cardiff last night, 3-1 away from home. It was a rotated Chelsea team, and they still got it done, but Cardiff gave them a good game. Manchester City, they got past Brentford tonight, 2-0 at the Etihad. A fairly routine Man City win that. And Newcastle have just got past Fulham in dramatic fashion in injury time. They've won 2-1 and they've booked their place in the semi-finals again as they look to retain the Carabao Cup. I don't know what would be more impressive, Newcastle winning this competition back-to-back or Palace winning it after winning the FA Cup last season. I suppose it's probably Palace because they'd never won anything before, but you've still got to say fair play to Newcastle. I mean, I know they're in a much better place now than they were with Mike Ashley a few years ago, but it's easy to forget how long Newcastle went without actually winning something. And like I say, Arsenal v Crystal Palace is kicking off next week due to the fact that Crystal Palace are still in Europe. Now, there's 750 of you in here. Let's make sure you hit the like button. We're on 198, I believe. So let's try and round that up. Hit that like button and subscribe. And let's do it. Let's see. Who do you guys support? We've now got nearly 1,000 people in here. Let us know in the live chat the team you support. Let's see how many different fans we've got joining us tonight. It's always great to do this. Comment down below the team you support. And yeah, it's great to interact with you all. We've got everything we need. Yeah, we're all set. So yeah, go on, comment. Even if you don't support a team that's in the draw, let's just see how many different teams we've got in the live chat, how many different fans we've got in here. Ewan says, Matt, Coventry have a very hard game at Southampton on Saturday. I know, and I'm going, and fingers crossed. We're top of the table for a reason, so let's hope we get something. Let's see how many different fans we've got. We've got a Palace fan watching, Man City, Arsenal, Coventry, Huddersfield, Preston, Liverpool, Coventry, Arsenal, Swansea. Matt, do you think Wales will make the World Cup? I hope so. I know not everyone wants the other home nations to do well, but I do, to be honest. I'd like to see as many of them there as possible, so I hope so. I don't know if you will, but I hope so. Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, Newcastle, Chelsea, Brighton. Look how many of you guys are in here. Arsenal, Brentford, Bristol City, Chelsea, Farnborough, Leeds, Man City, Villa, Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle. What a header by Miley. Yeah, good win, Mark. Great win. When is the draw? Right, it's coming soon. It always comes at the conclusion of the final game on the night of the draw. So it is coming up any second now. And thank you. We've hit 250 likes. Let's keep pushing. I did set a like target of 1,000 tonight. So if you want to get involved, do hit the like button and subscribe. And thank you to all of you that are commenting your teams down in the live chat. It's great to see so many of you in here. Just once again, a reminder that Chelsea got past Cardiff last night, Man City got past Brentford tonight, and Newcastle got past Fulham tonight. And the reason Arsenal v Palace hasn't played out yet is because Crystal Palace are playing this week in the Conference League. So it's not very often in this competition where they do the draw before every game is finished, but this is the exception. Who is it that Crystal Palace play tomorrow? It's... God, how do you pronounce that? I'm not being rude or ignorant. Do you genuinely pronounce that as cups? That can't be cups. That's got to be an abbreviation for something. Oh, do you know what? I know quite a few of the European teams, but it's usually the bigger ones. I can't say I know all of the teams that are competing in the Conference League, so I'm sorry if I come across as ignorant, but I've never heard of them. What time is the draw? Yeah, it's coming soon. I believe we're, 10 minutes away? So in the meantime, we'll do a preview for it. Newcastle v Palace would be cool. Cupio, is that how you pronounce it? I'm a Fulham fan from New Zealand. Oh, there you go. God, should I give it a go? Cupion Palosora. Cupion Palosera. That might be how you pronounce it. Yeah, the draw's coming up in the next 10 minutes. Dylan says, how is Sophie? Yeah, no, she hasn't given birth yet. No, she's not literally in the hospital right now, but she's been up there this week. And as I say, she's taking precautions. So, yeah, that's we did mention that earlier. But yeah, once again, if anyone's wondering, Sophie hasn't given birth yet. And yes, she is doing well, but she's just being very careful at the minute. Thank you for the concern, guys. I'm sure she'd appreciate that. Wow, so many comments coming in. Is Sophie having a boy or a girl? A lot of these comments are about Sophie. Sophie's having a boy, by the way. The Conference Cup is a joke. Mickey Mouse Euro competition, says Chris Andrews. Colton says Newcastle versus Chelsea, make it happen. Well, what do you guys think? Seeing as the draw's coming up in the next 10 minutes, get your predictions in for the draw. Who do you think's going to play who? I'll let you know my prediction in a minute, but go on, give us a prediction for the draw. Who do you think is going to play who, for what it's worth? And we'll see if you get it right at the end. There's only a few possible outcomes, so give us your predictions for who's going to play who in the live chat. And now we're nearly at 1,000 viewers. Let's try and hit 1,000 likes. It's massively appreciated. Go on, big like spike. Everyone in here, hit that like button right now. And make sure to subscribe as well. It's massively appreciated. Let's have a look at what you guys have to say. Your predictions for the draw. Connor reckons it'll be Man City versus Chelsea, and therefore Newcastle versus Arsenal or Palace. John says, good luck to Sophie, by the way. Oh, she appreciates that. Thank you for all of that love. She really does appreciate that. As I say, by the way, guys, this is my last live stream of 2025. We've still got videos coming, but I won't be live until next year now. So if you want to interact with me, tonight's your last chance. You lucky people. Man City are going to play Arsenal, says SLF. Palace are going to get Chelsea in the final, says Atiak. Palace are going to play Chelsea in the final, says, oh, I've read the same comment there. Chelsea v Man City and Newcastle versus Arsenal or Palace. Burgie says, please, Palace, do well. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the draw really is what defines the competition. Who's going to play who? I suppose, I mean, it's the old cliche. If you're going to be the best, you've got to beat the best. But, I mean, who's the nightmare draw here? I think Man City or Arsenal, I guess. Arsenal are top of the Premier League, but I don't know. Let's say you're a Newcastle fan. Is Man City the last team you want to get? Is it me, or do Newcastle always seem to get Man City in this competition? I feel like they always play them in the Cup. Yeah, what do you reckon? Is Man City the nightmare game? Although it depends, doesn't it? You know, if Chelsea rotate in the semi-finals, you could beat them. If Man City put out kids, you might beat them. It just depends who takes it more seriously than the others. Let's have a look. I'm a Starbridge fan and a West Brom fan, says Joe. So many comments flying in here. What do you think of the new BCFC trainers bought out? I can't say I've seen them. What are they, Birmingham City trainers? I'll have a look on Twitter later or something. I haven't seen them. Or is it Bristol City trainers? They might be Bristol City. I don't know which BCFC you're referring to. Anyway, thank you so much for all of your support, guys. The draw is now 5 minutes away. So keep your comments coming. As I say, drop a like. It's massively appreciated. We'll try and hit 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream. So keep it coming. Leicester still haven't won it more times than Arsenal, says Saar. How many times have each of these teams won this competition? So Chelsea must have won this quite a fair bit. In fact, I feel like I might have the numbers. Here we go. Look at this. I do preparation. So Chelsea are 5 times winners of this competition. Remember, this competition started quite late. It's not as old as the FA Cup. This started in like the 60s. I might be wrong with that, but I think it's around 1960. So Chelsea have won this competition 5 times. Most recently, 10 years ago, in 2014-15. Manchester City are 8 times winners of this competition. They've won this competition 8 times. And they did win like 3 or 4 back-to-back, didn't they? A few years ago, which is, yeah, they just won this competition all the time, didn't they? Newcastle United are, of course, the holders of this competition, having won it last season. So they'll be looking to defend it. Crystal Palace have never won the Carabao Cup. As I say, they won the FA Cup last season. That's their first ever major trophy. Arsenal are 2 times winners. Now, that one surprised me. I would have thought Arsenal, with their rich history of success, might have won this competition more times than they actually have. But Arsenal have only won this 2 times, and the last time they won it, I believe, is 1993. So 32 years ago. I mean, I'm sure that's a fact. And yeah, I'm sure they haven't won it since 1993, which is astonishing, really, isn't it, for Arsenal? They've won the FA Cup quite a lot, haven't they? But yeah, it does surprise you, doesn't it? Right, let's have a look at some of your comments. There's now 1,100 people watching. Thank you for tuning in. The Carabao Cup draw is coming up very, very soon. So yeah, we've just determined that Palace are obviously the only team that have never won this competition. So if you are a neutral looking for a team to root for, it's got to be Crystal Palace. But as I say, Arsenal and Palace are not guaranteed to be in the semi-finals. They will battle it out next week at the Emirates. Right, let's have a look at some of your comments. Matt, do you think Luton and Colchester will get promoted? I think Colchester might. I think they might both end up in the playoffs, if I'm being honest. Colchester are sniffing around the playoffs in League Two. Luton are... I don't know. Yeah, go on, let's back Jack Wilshere to get Luton into the League One playoffs, but I think it's going to be tricky. Matt, a request, please do more live streams. Oh, I really appreciate that. We always do the cup draws, and as I say, if you're tuning in for the Carabao Cup semi-final draw, it is getting underway in the next couple of minutes, so we will bring it to you. In the meantime, like I say, do familiarise yourselves with the ball numbers and the teams that are in the draw. Just 5 teams and 4 ball numbers. Number 1 is Chelsea. Number 2, Manchester City. Number 3, Newcastle United, and number 4 is Arsenal or Crystal Palace. Let's have a look. Pulling for Palace since Ted Lasso's AFC Richmond is based on them. Up the borough, says Graham, obviously a Middlesbrough fan. Matt, my favourite team outside of England is AC Milan. Who's yours? I don't know if I have a favourite team outside of England. Sorry, that's a boring answer, but I don't think I do. No, I don't. I can't force it. There's no team outside of England that I care about. I mean, I respect them, by the way. I'm not saying I hate them. I don't have a favourite. Matt, would you want to see a non-Prem team win a domestic cup? Of course I would, but how often does it happen? Never. So that's why I would want to see it, but yeah, there you go. Right, the draw is coming up very soon, guys. Do not go anywhere. Make sure you've hit the like button. Go on, let's do a big like spike. There's now 1,300 people watching and we're only on 300 likes. Come on, at least half of you can hit that like button. It's massively appreciated. And while you're there, if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, it's free to subscribe. So go on, hit that subscribe button and get involved with this football channel. Every like, every subscriber is massively appreciated. And get comments in. Final few comments we can read out before the draw gets underway. And we'll do one last roll call. Go on. Comment down below with the team you support. Seeing as we've got over 1,300 people watching, let's see how many different fans we've got in here now. Who's got the most fans in here? Comment your team. Comment only once. Don't comment too many times. It looks like there's a lot of Newcastle fans in here. Wow. Newcastle fans are everywhere. Matt, if you couldn't support Coventry, who would you support? Good question, Jack. It's difficult, isn't it? Because you can't think like that, can you? I don't know. It'd probably be, if I lived somewhere else, I'd just support the local team. That's kind of my mantra. I support Coventry because I'm a Coventry lad. So, you know, I can't pretend if I was born in like Swindon, I don't think I'd have ended up supporting Coventry. Do you know what I mean? Unless like I say, my parents are still from Coventry and they said, no, go support Coventry. So I don't know. The next local team to Coventry is probably like Solihull Moors or Leamington, but they're like non-league. I don't know which like football league team I'd support. Difficult question. I'm really bad at these answers, aren't I? But I don't have an answer. Keep those comments coming. Thanks, bro, for your time and effort, says David. No, it's massively appreciated. It's massively appreciated all the support you guys are showing. As I say, every single one of you that hits the like button and subscribes and gets commenting. It's great to see you. We've got lots of content coming, and the draw is coming in the next couple of minutes, guys. Do not go anywhere. Up the Gateshead, says Peterborough. This Toon fan wants Arsenal or Palace, says Richie. And look how many fans are in here. So many Newcastle fans. Chelsea. Look at that. Middlesbrough, Villa, Newcastle, Bristol City, Chelsea, the Isle of Wedmore, Chelsea, Steaua Bucharest and Chelsea, Oldcastle, Arsenal, Newcastle, and Sam. Look at that. Sam says he went to the Newcastle game. That's what I said would happen. We'll get all the Newcastle fans walking out of St James's Park, going on their phones like, who have Newcastle got in the cup? Well, don't worry, you've not missed it. The cup draw is coming very soon. It's slightly delayed. We thought we might be getting a penalty shootout between Newcastle and Fulham. That didn't happen, of course. Newcastle snatched it in stoppage time, so we haven't had to have penalties to separate any of these. Who was in the semi-finals last year? I know Newcastle beat Liverpool in the final, but I'm trying to re-jog my memory. Who did Newcastle beat in the semis, and who did Liverpool beat in the semis? Did Liverpool beat Tottenham? I'm sure it was because, like, when Spurs went out, everyone thought, oh, well, there you go, Ange's not going to win something. And then, of course, he still won the Conference League. But who did Newcastle beat? Why am I struggling to remember? Was it like Man United or someone? Someone's going to let me know in the live chat. I know Liverpool beat Spurs in the semis last year, but who did Newcastle beat? You have to let me know down below. I'm really hot in the office, by the way, so ignore my hair if it's starting to go funny. But hopefully, we'll be focusing on the draw very soon. Newcastle beat Arsenal, did they? Oh, okay. I'm just trying to remember it. Oh, didn't they win at the Emirates? Am I remembering that right? I think they won at the Emirates, didn't they? Yes. And was it at the Emirates first? It's all coming back to me now. I'm sure that's what happens. Look at that. So many of you guys in the live chat saying, yes, it was Arsenal we beat. There you go. And yeah, Liverpool did beat Spurs in the semis. So yeah, that's it. But between them, Newcastle and Liverpool dumped out the North London clubs, didn't they? But look, Arsenal are still here this time round. They've got to get past Crystal Palace first. But maybe they'll want to avoid Newcastle then. Or maybe they'll want to play them and, you know, rewrite history. Of course, Arsenal did win at Newcastle this season, didn't they? In stoppage time at St James's Park. Of course, like I say, Chelsea, a ball number one. They drew with Arsenal in the Premier League this season. And so too did Man City. Man City drew with Arsenal as well. Chelsea, a ball number one. Newcastle number three. They play each other, by the way, in the Premier League at the weekend. That should be a tasty game. And they'll be looking to see who they get in this Carabao Cup semi-final draw, which, as I say, is coming soon, but we're sat here on our hands waiting for it to happen, so I appreciate your patience. A lot of you saying, when's the draw? It's coming, it's coming. Just wait, it's coming. I don't do the draw, unfortunately, but we bring it to you, don't we? Sar says, Matt, will you stream the next round? I don't know if you're trying to be funny, but of course there isn't a next round because it will be the final. So there isn't a draw for that, of course. We'll stream the FA Cup fourth round draw when that comes around, which is going to be mid-January. It's usually after the first weekend of January on the Monday. So maybe like the 10th of January or something. Thank you once again for all of your support. 1,800 people in here. Keep your comments coming. If you want to have any questions answered, get them in down below. We're bringing to you the Carabao Cup semi-final draw when it gets underway. We love doing these on the channel. They're great. It's great to interact with all of you and the anticipation for the draw. Right, I did say I'd do my prediction for the draw. Feel free to keep commenting down below who you think's going to play who. But I'm going to say, I reckon, for what it's worth, I reckon Chelsea are going to get Newcastle and then Man City are going to get either Arsenal or Palace. That's my prediction for the draw. I reckon Chelsea get Newcastle and Man City will get Arsenal or Palace. which would be tasty, by the way. I mean, Chelsea-Newcastle would be great fun over 2 legs. And Man City v Arsenal, I mean, Man City v Arsenal would be a massive matchup. And Man City v Palace, of course, would be a matchup of the FA Cup finalists from last year. But to be fair, Man City did just beat them 3-0 in the Premier League at the weekend, didn't they? Oh, did I miss something? Oh, do you know what? Let me... There's so many comments flying in. I'm going to come back to them in a minute. Right, sorry, I missed some of your comments. Brilliant stream, by the way, Matt. Thank you, buddy. No, I didn't miss anything. The draw's not started yet. A lot of people saying it's meant to start at 25-2. We've gone past 25-2, so don't go anywhere. The draw should be starting any second now, but we're not quite there yet. Chelsea v Man City and Arsenal to get Palace, says Henokman. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing that. Henomakani. Right, there you go. Kelly's in the live chat. Love to see you, Kelly. How are we? Wrexham, of course, plays Swansea on Friday night. I'm sure you're looking forward to that one. Matt, who is your guest host for predictions while Sophie is away? Is it Callum Fowler? No, I'd like to get Callum Fowler on the channel at some point. We all like a bit of Callum Fowler, don't we? But he does his own championship predictions. So for championship predictions, I'm getting someone that doesn't do championship predictions. And for Premier League predictions, I'm getting someone that doesn't do their own Premier League predictions, if that makes sense. They're good. They're 2 separate people, by the way. They're very good. That's all I'll say. So, yeah, like I say, Sophie will still be back on the channel next week, hopefully, and then she'll return after she's done some maternity. I don't know how long she plans on not working, but of course that's totally up to her. You know, she needs time to bond with the little one and get used to things. It's a bit of a shock to the system. If you're a parent, you will know. Right, let's have a look at some more comments. Newcastle are going to get Arsenal, says Thomas. I think Newcastle will get Man City, says Jordan. Newcastle, Arsenal and City fans saying we can't, we want Chelsea, sorry, like Chelsea is Burnley. I don't think we've got a team in this draw that is like the easy pickings. Because sometimes we get to this stage, and if we have a championship team left, that is who all of the Premier League teams want, isn't it? Like, I mean, League One Cardiff nearly got through. If they had beaten Chelsea, everyone would have wanted to play Cardiff, of course. Who is the weakest team? Based on the Premier League table, it's Newcastle, really. But be under no illusions, that is not an easy game. And you do not want to go up to St James's Park for a semi-final. That will be a raucous atmosphere. And look, they won the competition last year. You know, Newcastle will be desperate to hold on to this this trophy. So, well, they keep the trophy from last season, but to hold on to this title, I guess, and win another trophy. So that would be great for them. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal or Palace. I mean, if you get Arsenal or Palace in the draw, you might want Palace to get through. You might see that as more winnable. But as I say, you know, they won the FA Cup last year. So, yeah, I agree with that comment there. There is no easy games. Burgie says, I don't have my own championship predictions on my channel because I know nothing. Oh, that's very honest of you to say that, Burgie. Matt, one of my talents is that I can name 30 Italian teams. I could show you on Saturday if you'd like. Yeah, go for it, mate. Go for it. I don't think I could name 30. I could probably name about 15. And no, I'm not doing that right now. Because I probably won't be able to do it, actually. Right, thank you so much for all of your support. We are all here waiting for the Carabao Cup semi-final draw. Now, it was meant to start 4 minutes ago, so don't go anywhere. I believe they've pushed it back 5 minutes, so it will be starting any second now. In the meantime, we did set a like target of 1,000. We're halfway there, so if you are feeling nice, if you've not hit the like button, please be sure to do so. Feel free to subscribe as well. If you're not subscribed and you're a football fan, it's massively appreciated. I mean, ideally, we'd like to have hit 120,000 subs by Christmas. That would have been a nice Christmas present. You could still make it possible if you all hit the subscribe button. But look, I'll tell you what, 119k would be great. What a year it's been on the channel with all of your support. Like I say, Thank you to those of you that have liked and have subscribed. Get involved if you haven't already. Last live stream on the channel this year. In terms of content coming, we've got the Southampton Coventry vlog coming on Saturday. Oh, tomorrow we've got the League One predictions with Ben. Today we had Premier League predictions. Yesterday, Championship predictions. Next week we'll be back with Premier League, Championship and League One. Hopefully Sophie will be back on the channel. So lots of content coming. Get involved by liking and subscribing. I want the Carabao Cup draw now. It's coming. Keep your comments coming, but it's coming. Oh, I'll tell you what we haven't done, seeing as the draw's just about to start. We always do this one. Where are you guys watching from? That's always great. Let's see how many different people are tuning in from around the world. Where in the world are you watching this right now? Are you in Newcastle? Are you in Spain? I don't know. Are you in like Barcelona or something? Are you watching from New York City? Or are you watching from Cairo in Egypt? Let us know in the live chat where you're watching from. The draw starts very, very soon. Come on. Let's get on with this. I'm just as impatient as you guys in anticipation for this draw. Let's see where you guys are watching from. Manchester, Sweden, Coventry. Oops, a daisy. What is going on there? My computer's freaking out for a minute. Manchester, USA, Kent, Wales, Birmingham, LA, Newcastle, Nigeria, London, Sweden, Portsmouth, Essex, Greece, New Zealand, North Shields, Los Angeles. What else we got? Wales, Houston, Texas, LA, Kenya, Coventry, Newcastle, Barnet, Northern California. There's so many comments. I maybe shouldn't have asked. There's so many of you. Mozambique, Kenya, Coventry, Morocco, Norway, Amsterdam, Papua New Guinea, Belfast, USA, Sweden, Colchester, South Africa, Pakistan, UK, Ferndown, Cornwall, UK, New Zealand, Coventry, Oxfordshire, Manchester, Canada. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where are all these comments? There's so many of you. I don't think we've had this many people in a live stream for a long time. I'm trying to read out all these blooming comments. There's so many of them. Right. Keep your comments coming, but don't at the same time. Keep commenting, but don't. Any questions, get them in. Here we go. Right, the Carabao Cup draw is officially getting underway at 11:15. So we've got 1 minute and 30 seconds until the draw starts. Thank you so much for all of your patience. And like I say, feel free to predict the draw down in the comments if you haven't already. I reckon Newcastle are going to get Chelsea. I don't know why. I've just got this feeling we're going to get Newcastle playing Chelsea. And then I think, obviously, that means we'd get Man City versus Arsenal or Palace. Still loads of people commenting where they're watching from. Earth, look at that for a comment. Uganda, Sunderland. It's just the variation in places. Some people are like, I'm watching in bed. The next person's like, I'm in Uganda. Surrey, Iraq. Surrey and Iraq. Imagine putting those two places together. Oh dear. Right, come on, Matt, be serious. We've got a Carabao Cup draw to face in a minute. It'll be over before we know it, won't it? We're just still waiting on it though. So we're now at 10:44, which means the draw starts in the next 60 seconds, or at least the coverage for it should. Well, you know what they're like on Sky Sports. It's just a load of build-up, isn't it? They make you wait. They make you wait for it. Thank you once again for. Oh, there's so many people commenting. I don't know if we're being like trolled here, but there's so many comments in the live chat. Oh dear. Right, let's take it back to football, guys. Last question. We did ask this one earlier, but last question. Get me in the live chat. Who is going to win the Carabao Cup? And look, if you want to say the team you support, that's fair enough. But who do you genuinely think is going to win it? Who do you genuinely think is going to be the team that goes on to win the Carabao Cup? The draw is just about to start, so quickly let me know in the live chat who you think is going to win the Carabao Cup. I will answer in a minute. I know I'm going to upset half of you by doing that, but do comment down below in the live chat who you think is going to win the Carabao Cup. And thank you so much for your support. We're closing in on 1,000 likes. We're nearly at 700, so do keep smashing that like button. As we get closer to the draw starting, we're still waiting. I'm still rubbing my hands together, and my hair's still getting all sticky in here because it's quite hot in here. So thank you for your patience, and the waiting game goes on. Right, I asked you guys who you think's going to win the Carabao Cup. Let's see what you guys had to say in the live chat. Oh, do you know what? We can do a poll. Of course we can, because there's 4 options. That'd be easier. Use your brain, Matthew. Use your brain. Who wins? Right, option number 1. Who is it? Chelsea. Right, the draw is literally about to start, so I better be quick with this one. Man City. Newcastle. Arsenal. Or Palace. Right, quickly, guys. There is a poll in the live chat. Who wins the Carabao Cup? Go on, let's see how many votes we can get on that. Who wins the Carabao Cup? Get involved. Who's going to win the Carabao Cup? Let us know your thoughts down in the live chat. Look at blimey, eh? There's already 500 votes. I literally put it out 2 seconds ago. Right, the draw is about to start. We are about to get underway, so just go on. Let's see what you guys have to say in the live chat. 600 people, 700, 800 people have voted. And it's a really close split. Like I say, who do you think is going to win it? That's all you need to do. Who's going to win the Carabao Cup? Let me know in the live chat. And like I say, keep your comments coming as well. Feel free to comment if you want to as well. But we are about to start focusing on the draw. And look, while you're voting, do take 2 seconds to drop a like. It's massively appreciated. If you're a football fan, it is worthwhile to hit the subscribe button. We'll do one last push to see if we can hit 119k tonight. We might be able to do it if each and every one of you do hit the subscribe button. It is worthwhile. So yes, like, subscribe, and comment. Right, let's have a look. 1,200 people have voted, and it is really close. 29% of you have gone for Newcastle at the minute. Newcastle are winning this poll, which either says Newcastle have fancied to win this by a lot of people, or there's a lot of Newcastle fans in the live chat. That might be the explanation. I'm not saying they can't win it, of course. They did win it last season, but Chelsea are getting 28% of the vote at the minute, which is pretty incredible. And Arsenal or Palace are getting the least amount of votes. I suppose because it's a split between 2 teams, people are like, oh, I don't know. So many Newcastle fans in here, which is great to see. Nice. Geordie boys. Toonami says Stumags. I'll try and read out as many comments as possible now, just before the stream starts. The draw was meant to start 3 minutes ago, and we're still waiting. So we'll bring it to you when it gets underway. But if you're waiting, don't worry. I'm waiting as well. It won't be too much longer, hopefully. Thank you for getting involved with everything. I'm a Chelsea fan. I said Newcastle, says Jeremiah. That's interesting. Maybe you're trying to take the pressure off. You're like, it won't be us. It won't be us. They're going to win it. They're going to win it. And, you know, a bit of reverse psychology there or something. The Blue Baron says like and subscribe. Yeah, go on. Look, he's telling you guys what to do. He says like and subscribe, so like and subscribe. Palace are going to win it. Newcastle are going to get Arsenal or Palace, says Sam. Yeah, they might do. Matt, can I ask you a favour? You can, but I'm not sure if I'm going to see your next comment because there's so many comments. I'm trying to read out the ones I can, but I don't know. I'll read out your comment if you really want, Chris. He said Bonnie Blue. There you go. Very mature comment, that. George Knox says Toon Black White Army. Chelsea fan here saying Chelsea with chest. There you go. Right, I'm going to close that poll in 2 seconds. So if you haven't already voted in the poll down below, I'm going to close it because we are going to be watching them conduct the Carabao Cup semi-final draw any minute now. But once again, a massive thank you to the 3,400 people tuning in. There is way more of you than we're going for as a like target. So we'll try and hit 1,000 likes if we can. It's taking so long, says Macaberry. I know. Stay tuned. Fasten your seatbelts. Saying the same things. Get ready for it. We're nearly there. Oh dear. We've done everything we can. Like I say, if you're not familiar with what ball number you are, then they are here. Right, here we go. It's starting. It is starting now, guys. Thank you so much for your support. I'm going to close that poll quickly. Last chance. Last chance. They are literally starting the draw. I'm not lying now. They're just about to start it. So I'm going to close the poll. Last chance to vote for who you think is going to win the Carabao Cup. As I say, do drop a like. It takes 2 seconds. Get involved. Thank you for all of your support. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, let's do one big push. Everyone hit the like button. Everyone hit the subscribe button. We're less than 100 away from the next milestone now. So do like, do subscribe, do vote in the poll, and get your final comments down below, because the draw is about to be conducted now by Jamie Redknapp and Shay Given. And of course, thank you for the donation, by the way, from Shay Maffley. Chelsea are going to win it. Greetings from LA. P.S. You guys are taking the P. Well, the draw is coming, thankfully. Thank you for the donation, by the way. We're nearly there. Right. Right, I don't know how to close the poll. I'll have to do that later. We're going to conduct the draw now, though. So look at the ball numbers, 1 to 4. And here we go. Thank you for your patience. Here we go. Right. It's ball number 1. Right, so Chelsea are up first. Now, I said I reckon Chelsea are going to get Newcastle, which is number 3. We'll see if I'm wrong. Am I wrong? I am. It's number 4. Chelsea are either going to play Arsenal or Crystal Palace. Ooh, interesting. So we know what that means for Newcastle. They've got Man City. Oh, they always play Man City, don't they? It's going to be tricky over 2 legs. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Number 3, Newcastle United. So does that mean Newcastle are at home first or away first? Number 2 is Manchester City. So they're going to tell us a bit more now. So that is the draw. I mean, it's the semi-final draw. It's as quick as anything. There we go. We're going to stay and react to it and see what you guys have to say. So do comment your reaction down below. Chelsea are going to play Arsenal or Crystal Palace. Remember, Arsenal and Palace play next week. Now, the first legs are to be played on the week commencing January the 12th. So that will be Newcastle at home first and Chelsea at home first. And then they'll be away for the second legs, which will be played on the week commencing February the 2nd. So there's a 3-week gap between the first and second legs. And then, of course, the winners from those do go to the final. Remember, Arsenal v Palace is a later game to be played because of Crystal Palace's European adventures. So they play next week. So if you're a Chelsea fan, you've got to wait till next week to find out if it's Arsenal or Palace. They will face off at the Emirates, and then the winner will be going to Stamford Bridge for the first leg, and then the second leg, of course, will be at their place. Newcastle and Man City is the other one. I mean, it's maybe, I don't know if I'm trying to, do I sound too negative, Newcastle fans? Is this possibly the worst outcome to get Man City and to have the away leg second? It puts pressure on Newcastle to go and win that home leg first, doesn't it, for sure? Guys, what do we think? Comment down below your reaction to the draw. Let's see what you guys have to say. And we nearly hit our like target. We're on 950, so we might be able to do that as we close the stream out. But thank you for all of your support. Keep it coming. But do comment down below. Let's see what you guys have to say. A lot of people are saying it's rigged. We always get people saying that. It's a tough draw, though, isn't it, for Newcastle? I mean, personally, I don't think it's rigged. I mean, people always say that. I suppose there's the tiniest chance it could be, but I don't know. Is it? What do we have to say? It's good to play away first, then at home. That's always my logic. I think most people think that way, don't they? Because the advantage is, in the second leg, if it goes to extra time or penalties, then of course you're still the home team if you're at home second. So that's surely the advantage. It does mean that surely Newcastle have to beat Man City at St James's. Unless, I mean, Newcastle could pull out a master away win at the Etihad after drawing at Newcastle first. They can't afford to lose the home leg, though, Newcastle. They'll be chasing away at the Etihad, and that is not something you want to do. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Chelsea v Newcastle are going to be in the final, says Major Plays. Yeah, what do you guys reckon? Now we know the draw. I mean, share your thoughts on the draw. We'll read out as many comments as possible. But who do you think gets to the final now we know the semi-final lineup? What do you reckon? Thank you for all of your comments, by the way. Yeah, who predicted this, by the way? Potato Bre says he predicted this. Tasty game, Matt, for my club. Palace will beat Chelsea. Absolutely, says James. Well, Palace have to get past Arsenal first, but I mean, it's just such a difficult route now, isn't it? I mean, whatever route you take, it's difficult. For Palace to win the Carabao Cup, they've got to go away to Arsenal and win, beat Chelsea over 2 legs, and then beat Man City or Newcastle in the final. But as we say, if you want to win a competition, you've got to beat the best to be the best. The FA want an Arsenal v Man City final. Could smell it a mile off, says Burgee. The FA, well, this isn't the FA Cup though, is it? But yeah, Arsenal versus Newcastle, says Struggers. Yeah, this is prediction for the final. Arsenal are going to get City in the final. Jermaine says Man City Arsenal is going to be the final. Chelsea Newcastle final, but Newcastle are going to win it, says Jeremiah. Oh, I didn't even close the poll, by the way. Let's have a look. So, 2,100 people voted. And let's, hang on. How do you close the poll? Why am I so bad at this? Oh my gosh. Can't even close it. Do you know what? I'm just going to have to keep that poll open now this whole time. Such a boomer. I've been doing YouTube for that long and my phone won't let me close the poll. But basically the results at the minute are Newcastle and Chelsea are tied on the same amount of votes. And Man City have 23% of the vote. Palace or Arsenal, 22%. Palace will beat Arsenal. So weak Newcastle, says Chris. Chelsea v Newcastle final. Palace will beat Arsenal, says ZH. Hey, Matt, can we have a catch-up one day, says James. Yes, we'll definitely try to. And like I say, good luck as you're a Palace fan. Good luck for the Arsenal away game next week. Right, I'm going to be here for 3 more minutes to take us up to 11 o'clock. So get your final comments down below. Thank you, by the way, so much for all of your support. It's not too late to get involved and hit the like button. And if you do want to subscribe and push us up to our final milestone, that would be amazing. Do get involved with all of that good stuff. Thank you, by the way, to those of you that have donated. My reaction to the draw, for what it's worth, I think, as I say, I mean, it's so tough for Newcastle, but you don't know. You just don't know who's going to put out what team. Newcastle could really want this more than Man City and put out a full strength 11, whereas Man City might rotate a bit more because they'll be thinking, right, we've got a credible chance of winning the Premier League. We've got a credible chance of winning the Champions League. Let's not spread ourselves too thin. And Man City have got the squad to rotate. So maybe it's not all that bad for Newcastle. I think the Chelsea versus Arsenal or Palace one is interesting. Of course, it'd be a London derby either way. I mean, this has worked out quite well in regards to travelling, hasn't it, this draw? This is the draw that... This is the best possible draw in terms of the least travelling having to be done for teams and fan bases, isn't it? The 2 northern clubs that are left have drawn each other, and the 3 London clubs have all drawn each other there. I'm watching your Premier League predictions after this, says Toke Health. Yeah, well, there you go. That's something all of you guys can do after this. Thank you for your support there, buddy. Right, any final comments? We've got 2 minutes of the stream to go. So final comments, let me know your thoughts on the draw. If you want to have a comment read out, or if you want to ask a last minute question or something. Like I say, I'm not doing a live stream until 2026 now. So just while I'm live, I just want to say a massive thank you for all of your support this year on the channel. Whether you're a long-time viewer, someone who's been watching for ages, or if you're someone who's, you know, just tuned in tonight for the first time. Oh, there you go. I've closed the poll, by the way. There's the results. Chelsea were the team voted for most as the team to win the Carabao Cup. Yeah, thank you so much for all of your support this year. It's been a great year. You know, we haven't had any problems with YouTube like we did last year, which was a real scare. It's been great to network and work with other YouTubers this year. Of course, we've kept working with Benjamin Bloom. We've been working quite a bit with Conor McGilligan. He's great. Hopefully we'll do more collabs next year with more people as well. Of course, 2026 will bring some changes with Sophie having to go off for a while as she has her baby, but she'll echo what I have to say in terms of thank you so much for all of your support this year. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Reese says, have a great Christmas. Oh, cheers, buddy. Smoggy says, Merry Christmas, Matt, and Happy New Year. Oh, thank you. Like I say, there's loads of videos still coming. We've got predictions coming over the next week or, well, there's so many games between now and the end of the year. We'll be predicting all of them, so don't worry. But yeah, like I say, last live stream. So yeah, thank you for your nice comments there. Arsenal are the favourites to win it. Thank you, Matt. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Oh, thank you, Kelly. You know, thank you so much for your support this year, Kelly. It's massively appreciated. And I'm very aware I need to get round to going on Patreon this week. So we'll get something out there very soon, Kelly. Thank you so much for your support. It's coming home in 2026, says Ricky. Yes, by the way, that's something to look forward to next year, isn't it? Got the World Cup. I know more people nowadays prefer club football to international football, but I think it'd be exciting, wouldn't it? It'd be exciting, especially if we get quite a few of the home nations qualifying. And I love doing predictions for World Cup games, especially now there's going to be so many new teams that I've not seen before. It's just going to be like chaos, isn't it? Right, any final comments? I'm rooting for Coventry to join us in the Prem, says Jacob. Yes, hopefully that will be something we can cover on the Matt SB channel in 2026. Coventry being in the Prem. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Right, final comments. Lots of people wishing me a happy Christmas. Thank you, Jacob. Why are you too expensive? 3 at the back. Lol, says Dan. What? I don't know why. Did I miss something? I can't remember what was said. I'm not expensive, by the way. Right, so many more comments. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's right. 991 likes. So I'm going to sign off now, but we're 9 likes away from our like target. So just as we sign off, make sure you have hit the like button. Make sure you have subscribed. And thank you so much for joining us. That is it for now. In terms of the Carabao Cup, of course, there'll be no more draws in the competition this year because after the semi-finals comes the final. To conclude, Chelsea got Arsenal or Palace at Stamford Bridge first, and then the away leg will, of course, be the second leg, will be at the Emirates or at Selhurst Park. And Newcastle got Manchester City in the other semi-final, the first game being at St James's Park, the second being at the Etihad. These games will be played out in mid-January and early February. That's it from us, guys, for the Carabao Cup semi-final draw watch along. We'll be back with more content tomorrow, doing predictions and what have you. Thank you for all of your support. Take care and have a good evening. I'll see you all very soon. Peace out.